This is a Fox News alert on breaking developments in the disappearance of 11-month-old Lisa Irwin. Welcome to America Live, everyone. I'm Megyn Kelly. The FBI and police are now back at the home of Lisa Irwin's parents and conducting a search not far away from that house, we are told. They are also, we understand, turning the dogs, search dogs, to the Irwin's family car, trying to search for little Lisa's scent 2 weeks after the baby first went missing. Police have yet to crack this case, although they are doing their level best, continuing to say that they have no suspects. But yesterday, America Live unearthing major new developments in this story. I flew to Kansas City, Missouri, and sat down for a 2-hour one-on-one interview with little Lisa's parents, Deborah Bradley and Jeremy Irwin. They say their daughter was snatched from her crib in the middle of the night 14 days ago. Now, after countless searches and no new clues, still no sign of this beautiful little girl. My interview in 1 minute. First, a refresher on how we got here. On October 4th, Lisa's father arrives home from work as an electrician at 4 a.m. to find Lisa missing from her crib. It was the one and only night he worked an overnight shift. The parents give police several interviews. But 2 days later, police claim the parents are no longer cooperating, a charge the family denies. On October 9th, police return to the Irwins' home to reenact a possible break-in and abduction. Then yesterday, Lisa's mother admitting in an interview with America Live that she was drunk the night of her daughter's disappearance, that she blacked out, and that she has no memory of checking on her little baby at any point after 6:30 p.m. that night. Let's talk about the wine. How much did you consume that day?
I had several glasses of wine.
When you say several, more than 3?
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with her.
More than 5?
Probably.
More than 10?
No.
Was it just wine, or was there other alcohol?
Just wine. Lisa was in bed and the boys were laying down watching a movie with the neighbor's daughter.
Were you drunk?
Yeah.
Do you have a drinking problem?
No. I don't think so.
Some folks are going to have an issue with you having
I'm sure they are.
More than 5 drinks while you're looking after a little baby and 2 little boys.
She was sleeping. You know, I don't see the problem in me having my grown-up time. I take good care of my kids. I keep my house clean. I do their laundry. I kiss their boo-boos. I fix them food. I'm involved in their school stuff. I mean, to me, there's nothing wrong with me doing what I want to do after dark. As soon as I'm done drinking, I go right to bed.
Is that what happened on this night?
Right, which is why I don't do it until my kids are in bed.
Does it happen every night?
No, no.
How many times a week would you say?
Maybe a couple times a week.
How drunk were you?
Just drunk.
I mean, were you slurring your words? Were you stumbling?
I don't think so, no.
Is it possible you had a blackout?
It's a possibility. I mean, just like anybody else, when you drink, you don't remember the things that happened and stuff like that. But, yeah, it's a possibility, but it, once again, has nothing to do with my daughter.
Is it possible you blacked out and something happened to Lisa during that time?
No.
Why?
I go to sleep every single time, and everybody knows me every time I drink anything. We've had get-togethers with family over the house, and everybody will be drinking and hanging out, playing pool and stuff. And I will, once I've had enough to drink, I just get really tired. I go right upstairs and go right to bed. I don't even say bye to people.
Not only does Deborah Bradley admit that she was drunk on the night in question, she also told America Live that she was taking prescription medication at the time. Did you take any drugs?
No.
Are you a drug user?
No.
Are you on any drugs?
No.
Nothing.
I take anxiety medication, but I mean, it's not narcotic, no.
Even before this episode, this event?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were you taking it that night?
Yeah, I take it every morning.
And in a bombshell development, Deborah is now changing her story about the critical night in question, about last seeing her daughter at 10:30 p.m. that evening. Deborah now claims for the first time that, in fact, the last time she saw her child alive that night was 4 hours earlier than she has been telling police. When you went in at 10:30 after the neighbor left, what did you do?
Probably went right to my room.
Why do you say probably?
Because sometimes I check on her. Well, most of the time I check on her. And then the boys, their room is right next to each other, and I sneak in and make sure, the boys had been awake, and I had went in there and told them they could come sleep in my bed. And so I'm assuming that I went and checked on her too, but I don't know.
You don't remember?
No.
So it's possible you did not check on her before you went to bed at 10:30?
Yeah, but there's no way that anybody could have got in.
So the last time you saw your daughter alive in your home was when you put her down at 6:40?
When I put her down, yeah.
And the last time you saw her alive was when?
Was at 5:20 when I had left for work.
Jeremy, what's your reaction to hearing this back and forth about Deborah drinking and being drunk and blacking out and not remembering everything that happened the night that Lisa disappeared?
I don't really have much of a reaction. I mean, regardless of how much she was drinking, or if she was drunk, or if she supposedly blacked out or whatever, it doesn't change who you are and what you do.
And it doesn't end there. What was the question that Deborah failed on her police polygraph? Did the police ever accuse Jeremy, the father? What did police tell the couple about their cell phones being tracked by investigators? And who was watching the children when Deborah bought that box of wine and the baby wipes earlier that evening?